name is Karen Fabian, and I'm the founder of Bare Bones Yoga, and I want to give you 3 really quick tips to help you improve your health and wellness. The first one has to do with your physical health, specifically your shoulders and your upper back. This is an area that can sometimes give people a lot of feedback, unpleasant feedback, with a lot of tightness and just stress that we hold in our upper body. And some of this comes from just the habit we have of constantly hunching over our desk, over our phone, even just the physical positioning and driving, we can sometimes hunch. And so what happens when we hunch is the muscles that draw our shoulder blades closer together get really overstretched. So it's really, really helpful to do things that draw the shoulder blades closer together. So a really easy thing you could do is you can interlace your fingers behind your back, and instead of hunching, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And if you do this throughout the day, especially if you're sitting at your desk a lot, it's a great way to get those muscles that draw the shoulder blades closer together to activate. And when muscles contract, especially when their normal position is to be overstretched in a really kind of passive way, it's a great way to strengthen them. Another thing you can do is if you belong to a gym where they have a rowing machine, right, like a seated row, that's a really good way to not only get your heart rate up and to work your lower body, but to also draw the shoulder blades closer together in an active contraction. And that just comes from doing that rowing motion. The next thing I want to suggest is to buy a foam roller. If you haven't purchased one of these yet, or you're just using the ones at the gym, which honestly can be kind of icky because everybody's using them, just spend a little money, go on Amazon and buy a short travel foam roller and one that has some texture to it. This is another great way. You can lay on the floor and put this on underneath you and roll on the foam roller. And it's a great way to keep not only your muscles more supple, but to keep a good amount of movability between your muscles and your skin. And then there's an underlying layer between your skin and your muscles called your fascia. And it's kind of like your Spider-Man suit. And it's really important to keep all those layers sliding and gliding with respect to one another with a lot of ease. The last thing I want to suggest is something more around neuroscience. So this is how the brain works. And one of the reasons that we can oftentimes get stuck in negative patterns of thinking is because we're holding on to these beliefs that really are rooted in things that aren't factual, but they're more emotional, or things we maybe picked up from when we were growing up. So one of the things I want you to watch for over the next couple of days, maybe even couple of weeks or months, is listen for the things that you regularly say no to because you say that won't work. These are really common in business, but can also be in your personal life as well. So if you find yourself regularly saying, no, that's not going to work because, and then you kind of go off into a story, I want you to think about saying yes instead and trying it anyway and seeing if you get different results. Once you start to do that, chances are you are going to start to get some different results. And this is a really great way to break some of those negative patterns of thinking that are holding you back from taking chances, taking risks, even in small ways. And those small victories and those small changes are how we start to rewire the brain. It's called neuroplasticity. Rewire the brain. And can start to move forward in different aspects of our life with a lot more success and happiness. So I hope you've enjoyed these 3 tips. You're part of my special mailing list because you originally downloaded my PDF about healthy habits to bring into the new year. So this video here just piggybacks on that theme, just different ideas to help you stay healthy and to improve your health as we head off into the new year. Thanks so much. Namaste.